everyone, it's Dr. Mark. Welcome to the Health Tip this week. So there was a big fiasco at the Trinity Bellwoods Park recently, so I'm going to stay current with the topic this time. So for those of you who are watching this on YouTube and you're not local to Canada or anything, there's just a park. And for those of you maybe watching this in the future, there was this little thing called COVID-19 that happened this year. Basically, there was the lockdown, and the lockdown is slowly opening up, and then there was a lot of people that apparently, I didn't watch the news much, so I didn't even know this happened, but then I heard about people telling me about it later. Lots of people were packed into the park, like really close to each other, and nobody's wearing masks and all that kind of thing. So the majority of people that saw this event and talked to me about it, they were all like devastated and thought these people were really reckless and careless and that kind of thing. And I'm not going to lay judgment one way or the other. But I'm just going to talk about how we can look at this in perspective a little bit. So there's another guy that does a lot of research. I follow him sometimes. His name is Chris Kresser, and he came up with a really good analogy that I like that kind of could talk to this situation. So he talked about speed limits. So how do speed limits and the whole COVID-19 thing, how do they relate to each other? Well, it's a fact that car accidents happen every day, and there's like a death toll every day for car accidents and people dying in car crashes and things like that. And we kind of know that the faster cars are going, the more likely that there could be accidents. So you there's a risk benefit to certain activities, right? So if the speed limit was 5 kilometers an hour, I probably wouldn't get in an accident, but it would take me 3 hours to get to work. So that's not very convenient for somebody who has to do that every day. So we kind of take the risk that going faster in your car with more cars on the roads, that there could be more accidents, basically. So you speed up, make the speed limit better, it's more convenient for people, you get to work better, and that kind of thing. So in a case like this, we've all been going 5 kilometers an hour with the whole lockdown thing, and now we're kind of saying they're opening up the speed limit. So now the speed limit maybe is 60 kilometers an hour, so to speak, that people are starting to go out. But these people here, they decided to go like 120 kilometers an hour at the highway speeds when we really should only going 60 right now, kind of thing. So I can kind of see why, some people are ready to go, they want to go to the Autobahn, and some people say, no, we should stay back at 5 kilometers an hour and maybe even go to 0. There's a lot of people, and I'm not going to judge one way or the other. But just to give some perspective on this, there's some researchers in British Columbia that did this actually, some virologists. They said there's about 800 million viruses falling to the earth for every square meter of earth. So all those people are being exposed to stuff all the time. And if you all watched the Dr. Zach Bush interview that I told everybody to watch, was probably the most important interview about the whole COVID-19 thing, which will really give a big global perspective on this whole thing. What could have been done, how things could have been handled differently, and how to understand the environment and bacteria and viruses and what's around us all the time and those kind of things. Really recommend everybody watch that video. If you haven't, go try to find it. It says the doctor that predicted where the next pandemic would probably originate from. So he's a well-known doctor that has a great understanding of microbiology and the microbiome, which is all the bacteria and viruses and fungi and all that great stuff that's inside our body and around us and circulating the earth with wind currents and air and all that kind of thing. So it really puts a big perspective on that whole thing. So I recommend everybody see that. Well, like I say, speed limits aren't 120, so that's kind of, we'll try to respect the speed limits and everyone can kind of get along hopefully. And you might understand why some people did that, looking for their freedom and understanding maybe they have a different perspective on other people. But kind of gives you an idea to think about the speed limits, and I just thought that was a really good analogy, and I thought I'd share that. All right, so stay safe out there, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.